To kind of talk about holsters for your CCW. Mine's in particular, I was just thinking, I had an idea. Some people like to carry in a waistband. Some people like to carry out of the waistband. Excuse me. Well, I like to do both, and I have my preference, which is in the waistband, of course. I'm going to kind of talk about some of the pros and cons that I've come to find with carrying either way. So, and in particular, I'm going to be talking in reference to this MP Shield, right? So, it's one of my primary carrier firearms. I just like the comfortability, the compact size of it. It's very convenient, and it kind of can go anywhere, right? If you're a relatively big person, or not a big person, but relatively tall individual, you could probably have one of those little clips and they can fit in your pocket, but not me. So, I have 3 holsters here. One is kind of a soft in the waistband holster. One is a premium leather, made out of saddle leather, in the waistband holster. And the other is a kind of budget-friendly out of the waistband holster. Excuse my voice. Throat is a little itchy. Sinuses. Perfectly. So anyway, we've already established the gun is clear. Right? It's safe. I don't have a magazine in it. Can't shoot air, right? It's not an air gun. But anyway, first and foremost, or second and foremost actually, welcome. Welcome to NB Ready. And so yeah, let's go and start off with the out of the waistband holster. When I would carry out of the waistband holster, initially I would try to get like a larger shirt, something that would fit my physique, but I am a 5'5" guy, 150 something pounds, somewhat athletic build, and this doesn't do me any justice unless I'm wearing a suit, right? So this is a level 2 retention holster, which means that when you put it in the firearm in the holster, you can't just pull it out. There is some type of mechanism that you have to press in order to get it out of the holster, which I like, right? But with this, I don't like the fact that it's outside of my pants and that it's going to have a tendency to bump up against something and it's sticking out from my body. That's my personal preference. Everybody's different, right? Now, moving on to in a waistband holster, I like this in the waistband holster because it sits in nice and firm, right? Not a super high sweat guard, but the back of the firearm comes up and maybe less than an inch of it sticks out. The back of the gun sticks out. So when I'm carrying this on my side, I know it's there, it's nice and firm, and it's on my person. It's close and it's touching me, right? So it feels really comfortable. I can get it closer to my body, which allows me to wear a relatively regular shirt that's maybe a little tighter than wearing something like this, right? Now, the only con to it is that there's really no real retention besides the retention of the actual holster. And this is a pretty tight fitting holster, right? So that's awesome, but it doesn't have an actual a retention mechanism which you have to depress a button or a lever or click anything in order to remove it from the actual holster. So it's like, that sucks. Now I also have kind of this soft synthetic kind of holster. Now a lot of people I know frown upon these. The reason being is because you're not able to insert your firearm back in the holster single-handedly. So you want to flag yourself, right? You may flag yourself, but as long as your fingers off the trigger, for me personally, you shouldn't be shooting yourself with your fingers off the trigger. It doesn't have any retention left. Like it just comes right up. But what retains it is it being up against your person. I only will have this holster on me when I am carrying appendix in the waistband. In the waistband, appendix, right? Because it's right in front of me. I love being able to draw from my center and pull straight up, come forward with it. It's very comfortable. Nothing is here to grab or nick me, right? Versus this particular holster, which I'm sure you probably can wear in a waistband appendix. But the way it's designed, it's not comfortable. It doesn't really move with the front of my body. Versus this holster moves with the front of my body, right? And this is a universal holster. So this firearm, this M&P Shield, my VE40 or whichever firearm that I choose to carry in it, I'd probably even carry my 45 in here if I decide to take the light off, right? But anyway, so you got lack of true retention, or well, I'm not gonna say lack of true retention because you have some sticking to the gun. There is no mechanism to hold your firearm in place when dealing with the holsters. Now I've seen some in the waistband holsters where they do have the locking mechanisms, but me personally, I'd rather just be able to grab my firearm and draw it and know that it's on my person and close my person on my person tightly. Nobody can see it. Chances of it showing is very unlikely. So with it being covered, I feel comfortable wearing holsters that are not level 2 holsters, level 2 retention holsters, right? This particular holster, you have more security, but you have a higher chance of bulging. And the goal of concealed carry is so nobody knows that you have a firearm, right? Yes. So, in any event, with that being said, I'm not sure what holsters you guys use or you guys currently wear. Put it in the comment section if you don't agree with the fact that I like to have an inner waistband, non-traditional locking mechanism holster. Hey, look, tell me why I shouldn't carry it. Let me know. Let me know what you guys carry. I mean, I'm not gonna say that I always say there's no right or wrong, but it's based on your comfort level and your ability to be able to get the job done if need be, right? So, with that being said, hey, have a blessed evening. Please share, like, and subscribe. I do appreciate your view. I do appreciate your comments. Just please keep tactful. God bless.